Anything interesting that you're reading, Thomas? Like what?
This airplane was at the end of the World War II.
Really?
Yeah. I'll be too busy taking pictures. Hey, Rihanna, I like this because when you take a picture and it shakes a little bit, it doesn't come up blurry.
Awesome.
Poppy, bring them over here, Chris.
Machine gun.
What? Machine guns. These probably are mounted on the planes. Oh. Look at that one, Japanese writing.
Okay, I need to take pictures of these.
This side panel is your altitude. This, when the plane is turning, this line in the middle will stay straight, but everything else will turn to let you know where you are. So you don't even need to look at anything. There could be like a black sheet in front, and you just look at this square right here, and these are just like numbers. But if you look at this screen right here, you could probably take off and land somewhere just by looking at that screen.
I'm gonna have a big barn with that plane inside of it.
What plane?
That one.
Whoa.
The Navy plane, the black plane, and that one.
You're gonna have to go get your pilot's license. Are you gonna take us flying?
Yeah. Parker, I'll take you anywhere. You better take me to Florida with those planes.
What do you want to know?
How to fly a helicopter.
I need a full 360 rotating flight stick to tell you that. You see his magazine? Yeah. Look, it's attached to another magazine. So instead of going like this, it's double-sided. So you just go. Instead of going like this.
Man, Daniels, there was one over there.
Instead of going like this or an M4. That same exact screen that I showed you for the plane is right there in the middle to show you your shift and lift.
How does this work with the...
Somebody figured out how to build that. And it's unmanned. Nobody even drives it. Goes wherever you tell it to. You see that?
Yes.
Like, that's what a blimp looks like? That's what the bottom of it looks like. That looks like something that I would use in Kerbal Space Program.
That looks like something from Tomorrowland.
It's a space simulator. Remember I showed you that game, Amanda?
I think Madison knows about that game.
You didn't like Kerbal Space Program at all.
Amanda, can I have a turn pushing Poppy?
Chris, what are you reading about?
Tiny Tim Missile.
What's an interesting fact you've read about it?
It's TNT. It could destroy coast defenses, guns.
He died in 1956. I know him.
And look,
where are you going? What are you doing?
How does he see through that?
It's just like wearing a giant pair of sunglasses, so you can't see him, and that way UV radiation and stuff also can't get in, but they can see.
This is the inside of an android. It gets synthetic skin over the body. They don't even know they're androids. You can't even convince them. Headless Spaceman. His name was Irwin. Irwin the Headless Spaceman. Remember that camera?
It goes on top of that.
Fun fact. Those computers from 1922. At that time, the technology was uncanny.
That looks like a basketball.
No, it doesn't. It looks like a brown sphere.
It looks like a brown giant ball.
They built this cylinder-like object where the passengers would sleep at night, but there's nowhere to sleep in space because there's no gravity. So they get strapped in, like a straitjacket, but strapped into the wall, and they sleep standing up. But since there's no gravity, it feels no different. You see, these rockets were built as test rockets. They weren't even actual rockets that were going to be used. And what they did, they built these, and they put them on display here.
You need to be a tourist guide.
Wow.
Certain missiles needed these strings so that, because they would go too fast, and these strings would flap in the air, you know? Like, just imagine that going at top speed. These strings are flapping. This thing, you do not want that going 2,000 mph or kilometers per hour. So when this thing's going so fast, you have these strings on it to slow it down, you have more control, and that way it doesn't go over speed and, you know, combust in the air, you know what I mean? This was a prototype for the first wooden rocket in 1936.
I was 10 years old.
Fun fact, they actually, well, if you look at the other side, they actually tested this as the first underwater submarine missile. As you can see, it has a parachute there, so when it comes out of the water, when it comes down, it won't hit full force if it malfunctions in the air.
Professor Thorpe is being carried.
There's George.
1942, they designed the shark tooth model.
That must have been George.
No, they designed the first shark tooth model to scare away the birds when they were in battle. Like a scarecrow in a field of corn.
How much I gotta pay you for that information?
Free of charge.
Where?
Right there.
Wow, I want to see that on ever seen. Guys, an airplane. I love it 3 times.
Is that cool?
Down this takeoff. Down this takeoff. Here comes another one. Where are these airplanes coming from?
Over there, the runway. Those are the ones that actually work. They're coming from all the way over there, the runway.
I was walking down the street and I was at the Space Museum. I saw a plane and I said, whoa. The what? It's used for the U.S. military to store their aircraft, their helicopters, their fighter jets, their planes, their F-1s. All the aircrafts you can think. In 2002, they transformed it into a museum and they extended it that way so that they can add the Space Museum as well. And that's where we are now.
I said, he's not gonna learn nothing else but this.
You learn a lot from games.
Do you?
How do you think I know all this? That and I graduated from college.
How long did you go to college?
6 years.
What did you take up like? All of it?
Everything. I know everything.
He has a degree in everything.
I didn't know that.
Ask me a question.
I knew that. I would have came.
Ask me a question and I got the answer.
Professor Thorpe, can you say this is Captain Thorpe? I'm coming into the runway.
This is Captain Thorpe. I am riding into the runway. Right now, coming into the runway, I mean.
We're sending a beacon.
He was aboard the Skylab in the Webb Formation experiment. His name is Anita, or her. You know there's a song by The Do called Anita? There's a song called Anita by The Do. And it goes, Anita, I need to know. Anita, Anita.
Man, look up.
Anita, don't mind, you need to know some things about this woman, this Anita. Anita, don't mind, you no one can control Anita, need to be in charge. Anita, need to teach you the recipe. Anita, need to decipher DNA. Anita, need to read you ASAP. Anita, need to spell A-N-I-T-A. Get out of the way, get out of the home, let your love in the phone, go on, let's get
time he tells us a fact, he goes,
half of these aren't even facts.
What are they then?
What I think.
information.
Information that I...
It could all be incorrect information.
Gone is like the way you're only